Biomutant, the debut release by Studio Experiment 101 published by THQ Nordic, is a notable first offering and original IP with a few systems holding it back. It builds upon some classic fare, most notably The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, and while it fails to reach the lofty heights of its inspirations, it's frequently absorbing and does stake a certain claim for itself. For players with a penchant for crafting looking for an irradiated post-apocalyptic smorgasbord of sights and sounds, Biomutant will undoubtedly hold some sway. Character creation is first up and fairly swift, offering an anthropomorphic furball mammal with a range of different classes to choose. This origin is most reminiscent of the Dark Souls games, if only in the sense that it mainly dictates how the first handful of hours will go. Any character class can quickly level up to wield most any weapon and spell, so no one's getting locked out of content by hasty decisions. The main difference in character creation is a series of unlockable perks that are not interchangeable between classes. The open-world leash slackens after a short tutorial and backstory section which introduces most of Biomutant's basics. Players can then pick any direction and forge on ahead with fairly minimal gating, rummaging through wrecked villages, small war-pocked city remnants, caves filled with monsters and treasures, and more. Supporting this otherwise disconnected and damaged framework of civilization is a group of tribes claiming territory, one of which the player aligns with early on, though they are primarily similar in practice outside of their predisposed alignment, as well as a tribe-specific unlockable weapon. That's due to an aura alignment in Biomutant, a simplistic split between light and dark orientation. There are allusions to nuance, but it effectively boils down to good and bad choices to be made, which changes up what NPCs blather to the main character. Weakening the already paper-thin aura system are a noxious pair of conscience imps who unskippably appear every time an aura decision is made, bickering between each other and coming off as less charismatic impressions of those found in Peter Molyneux's Black and White series of yore, or the alignment play in the original Fable. It's mostly unnecessary, unsophisticated fluff. Biomutant's strengths ably fortify the lower-performing components. The open-world exploration, for example, is an outright pleasure, where venturing off into previously darkened corners of the map almost always reveals unexpected vistas and piles of loot. Canyons yawn over tribal outposts nestled next to wrecked farmsteads, a nearby ice cave is packed with loot and bandits, and dangerous green-hued nuclear silos can be spotted from a hilly outlook crested in flowers. There's bayous, island fortresses, massive dams and crumbling highways, upgrade stations floating on balloons, and large furry beasts surprising players on a casual nighttime stroll.